Go over a little bit of my necromancer for this season. So mainly skelly necromancer. Started the season a couple weeks late, so that brought prices down a lot, which made it a little bit faster and a little bit easier. So basically, way too much strength. Need to redo it. Really, this is going to be your high strength item of the build. Dex, I think I threw a couple points in there. I was kind of debating on my CTA base at the time. Don't really need it now. Rest in Vit, none in energy. Max resistance, so a lot of that's off the small charms as we go through. There's a lot of resistance on those. You'll see the gear has a lot of resistance. Kind of a junk torch, but I need some more resistance, so I kind of traded that around. So beginning of the season, a guy actually gave me this. One of the first games I joined, and as you can see, it's not even corrupted. A little bit of improvement there. I could get the one more to skeleton mastery on it, but overall, really solid. And especially when the guy gave it to me, it was probably a couple high runes. Random Shaco that I got for basically IST right at the beginning of the season. Bad corruption, but again, who really cares? Did use my socket quest on it. Haven't found a puzzle box, so didn't try to box anything yet. Random 3 summoning skills. I don't actually snapshot with this. I actually keep it on. Same with the Bone Flame. I keep it on. I don't snapshot too much with the gear. It just gets really cumbersome, and as you get the plus skills, you really don't need it. Marowalks picked up, pretty cheap. I think I paid like a pull or something for these. This was an absolute steal. I paid the guy an IS for it. Um, the gem that's in it looks like it's life after kill and mana after each kill, maybe. I'm not 100% sure what comes on it. It looks like actually that the life after kill doesn't. Random FCR, even though it doesn't do anything, but you can see there's a lot of lightning and fire resist, as well as some extra gold and magic fine. Arches, I've really been trading all season. A lot of buying these for gold, selling for Vex, back and forth, and picked this one up. Actually, picked up a clean one at the same time, and I sold the clean one for Vex Is. It was 14 FCR, and I picked up this one for gold. So, pretty nice upgrade there. Beginning of the season, I was helping a guy do Ancients on this build, and I found a Stone of Jordan. I traded the Stone of Jordan around and ended up with a Wisp. This is mainly for the Heart of the Wolverine. And then the Grave Palm, which was actually one of the harder items to get. So a lot of builds are using these for the Deadly Strike, and just, the beginning of the season was a little tough to get. So I actually think I paid IS for these, which is probably hard to believe for some people, but, anywhere you can get a +1 this season, it's been great, especially with your skillers. They're all pretty much IST to goal. So anytime I can get, +1 for around IST, I was kind of just letting it go. A lot of these are self-found. A lot of these are trading other skillers to get these skillers. Obviously, if you can rush somebody and get an IST off forward, sometimes you can make a deal. Just a random life charm there just to give some fire resist. Hellfire Torch, like I said, pretty low. This build does need an Annie. Working towards that right now. Also working towards getting another Wisp. For the Merc, he really doesn't have a lot of gear right now. I did pick up this beast. I didn't build it myself. Non-fant, and I just paid a burr for it, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. Self-found on this, so it's nothing crazy. Same with the IK, just stuff I found. Found this helping a guy do some mini Ubers. Same thing. There's a lot of improvement that could be here. Really, the only in-game item for this is the beast. I just finished my CTA, self-rolled, so 3-4-1. Definitely worse places to get that one, so not too upset about that. And then just a 2+ skilled Lilith. So one thing I would like to upgrade is the Tregul's scales. The main reason for that right now is just there's a lot of resistance there. I would like to get 2+ all skills, since that'll help on the call to arms, and as well that'll help a bit on the amp damage. Going into the skills, max amp damage. I have the 1 point right now. I'm debating life tap. Really what I'm seeing a lot of people do now is go into Blood Golem. So I need about 2 more levels, and then I could go into Blood Golem. As you can see, really nice plus skills without any snapshot gear on these. They do great damage for this build. So we'll show off a little bit of the build. This gets down to 0.04 with the CTA, giving the call to arms really helps out. Adding 1 to all these, so that'll put that up to 50. There is room to get rid of this Geeds, so that would get it down even lower, but it just really sucks life out. As well, we have the homunculus in the stash, if we need a little bit more resistance or anything. I would say the absolute worst part of this build is getting everything set up. So when I do get everything set up, I try and do a lot in these games. Pretty easy to get kills with the Merc. And then from there, I'm not using the extra points to get the bodies out, decryptify or decrypt. Can't remember 100% what it is. So it will take a little bit. There's some better ways to do this, but obviously cold plains, really easy to get some kills. Get your skeletons up, especially when you start finding some of these packs. The build does lack some mana, so really I should only be doing 8 here, because when I switch to the CTA to buff these guys, it's going to drop the 2 that I get from the Armor King Leroy. So now I kind of got those, Telly and Spot, switch over, give them the buff, and now we're done. So I'll show you guys a quick chaos run. So the build, it's nice because you can really telestomp into things. You're not really too worried about it. It does take a lot of mana, and it does take a lot of health to do the teleporting. So it looks like I left a Grand Charm back there. I'll grab it after I finish this. So it's not particularly fast, but it's really safe. Don't take a lot of damage. A lot of times I'm healing and using pots just because I don't want to telestomp into something. Also was able to add a skills shrine, so that skill shrine really pushes everything up. Rip. So that gives these guys some really nice damage, especially including those archers. I'm not huge on them. If I probably was to do it at the beginning of the season, I would definitely go golem and leave them out. I think between the mages and the skeletons, you get that extra DPS by getting these guys out here. The 10-10-8 is really a great setup for the meat shields, and like this pack, you're just teleporting in, grab these fulls just in case. A lot of times when I'm doing maps, I'll just hit a full when I do that. Definitely leaving some loot, because I'm trying to talk and play, and I'm not good at that, the talking or the playing. So just kind of show you guys off. The nice part is that blood warp, you really can get around pretty quickly. You can do a couple different things with this, given that the LOD content isn't really that hard. You could certainly run the Necro shield, the Necro head that gives vigor. You also could run it on switch. You could run a Act 1 Mercenary versus the Act 5 Merc for the might is the main reason I'm running it. Tyrrell's is pretty cheap this season, so really doesn't matter too much what you run there. I've grabbed so many of these Necros heads, not the rare ones, just the blues, trying to get the 3 summon skills, with some skeleton mastery or something for some snapshot gear. Just really not happening this season. So I'll let him summon, cast our amp, teleport in, get everybody on him, and there you go. And some decent drops. This is pretty AFK.